know me better. You don't know me better than me. You don't know me better. You don't know me better than me. You don't know me better. You don't know me better than me. The whirlwind spins and loses control. You took me for a ride and a roll. You just thought you know me the most, but you don't know me better than me. Two sides to the story. Flip a coin and play your luck. Take a risk, but you might bust. You still went ahead and broke that trust. You don't know anything about me. Why you tryna play the game for free? Putting nightmares in my dreams, acting like you got the key. Wait, bound and lost, you never knew enough. I can see your ways and called your bluff. No control, I guess you lost the cuffs. The battle for the truth, I see the cards. Racing for the facts, you see the doors. Lies all through the smoke, don't take a pause. Say that you did, but you never knew me. You don't know me better. You don't know me better than me. You don't know me better. You don't know me better than me. The whirlwind spins and loses control. You took me for a ride and a roll. You just thought you know me the most, but you don't know me better than me.
Play yourself, don't play me. Mars Wolf, Vicstar, Jamie. Don't be confused, that's my G. Turn it up too, setting them free. Gaslight who? Gaslight me. Everybody push up your flashlights, please. You thought you knew, but wait and see. You don't know me.
You don't know me better. You don't know me better than me. You don't know me better. You don't know me better than me. You think you know me, but you think you know me, but you don't know me better. You don't know me better than me. You don't know me better. You don't know me better than me. You don't know me better.
I've updated the stream tags. Since ads
What
are
was
about
wrong
to
with
run
my
on
stream
Twitch, how about I
tags?
tell you a joke?
Migo.
What do you call an angry carrot? A steamed veggie.
Alright, later off. They're not bad tags actually. I never really
On
thought about them.
Twitch, Stream Elements says,
What'd I do without you,
PlayCompile is
Miku?
now live. Streaming software and game development. iDLE, have my armor
What's this
RPG
music?
icons done. Other half today.
Right, you can shut up
Unity.
now.
Welcome to the PlayCompile live stream.
Migo. Take a time out. Hello, it is Tuesday. Oh my god. I thought it would take a while. It took a whole day to generate all of the icons, and then I couldn't really play games. I couldn't even watch YouTube videos because by the time it had been running for a good few hours, yeah, my YouTube videos wouldn't even play, so I couldn't go live. I didn't want to interrupt it because we were on a roll. We're doing well. Most of these are good. There is one category, which is the arms, which seems to be yikes. So I'm having to do the arms separately. So let's get into stability matrix. So if you haven't watched up to this point, you might be very confused. What I've done, oh yeah, I got this error yesterday as well. Let's go away now. Right, I need to make, wait, no I don't, because that's done now. CUDA malloc, always GPU. We don't need it in API mode anymore. Right, I must remember --API is the one we need when we use the API. So basically, I wrote a little script. Let me load the Unity project. What is that noise? You call that music? Do the kids call this music? Oh, get that off. It's way too early for that. Oh. Like a screaming rat. Did Paimon sing that one? Holy shit. Right. I remember when Paimon actually sang. Can we see it? That was so funny. I want to compare. Oh my god, yeah. I want to compare Paimon's song. I want to hear it in English, and I want to hear it No, when yeah, there we go. Cutscene animation where Paimon sings. I bet it was better in every other language, wasn't it? Oh my god, I forgot how cringe this was. Oh my god, this is so cringe. Now this was good. His is absolutely ridiculous. And then Paimon comes. It's like
302 mama. Poor little General Crab.
he does a brilliant job though.
Unagi goodbye. Now rest in peace. Please don't cry.
'Cause we'll get reborn as a beetle next time.
Only Kabuto raise your heart.
Here's to a world beyond the storm.
Right, can we hear it in a different Paimon's song Chinese? Here we go. Paimon singing in all 4 languages. Here we go. Japanese. It's okay. We can start work after this. This is how everybody should start their work there. I'll tell you what. He won't be anywhere near as good in Japanese. Oh, actually, that's not bad. Oh, it's like lunacy. Okay, it's just as cringe. I was wrong. It's just as cringe. It's actually just as cringe. Okay, what about Chinese? Is this Chinese? This one's Chinese. So far, this is the worst. This is the worst either. Oh, the Chinese Paimon songs are actually. Yeah, actually, I think so far Chinese Paimon sounds the best, but English Ito is without a doubt the best. What with not even. Wait, why is this Ito and Paimon singing English? Oh yeah, English. We already had English, and in Korean. Yeah, English Ito is so much better. He just puts so much into it. It's just like, it's just like, because he's trying to over. Korean Paimon sounds adorable. Okay, I think my favorite Paimon is Korean Paimon. My least favorite Paimon is obviously English Paimon, and my favorite Ito is English Ito. My least favorite Ito was, I think, the Chinese one. It's tough between the Chinese and the Korean, but the English and the Japanese Itos were good. So it all balances out, I guess, you know. But we suffered the. Well, no, that doesn't really balance it out. If we suffered the bad Paimon, and Paimon never shuts the fuck up, then we lose, really, don't we? Because Ito doesn't talk much. He's not in it. He's not in every single event. Okay, yeah, we kind of lost that one. Maybe I need to change my language to Korean then, so I can hear a better Paimon. Okay, I'm glad we did that. That was important work. That I feel like that needed to be done. It was very important that we did that. Okay, so back to the project. So I wrote a script which goes through all of my, where is my game data? It goes through all my armor sets, and it goes through, so each armor set has a head piece name, Crown of Civil Discourse, a body piece name, Virtue Shield Vestment. All of these were generated by AI as well, and actually I noticed that there is a duplicate as well, so there's some, we're going to need to make some changes. There are two with the same name next to each other here actually. Yeah, Toxic Shield Breaker came back for both pieces there, so we're going to need to change one of those. So it's not perfect, but it's like just a place to start from, right? Now I can obviously change any of this. It looks like we got Silence's Shroud 3 times in a row. That's going to need changing as well. So at some point the AI decided to take the piss and take a bit of a break. Now what I've been doing is going through, so I got it to generate 12 images for each, one for the set piece. So if we look at my file structure, what I've done is I've made A the arms, B the body, H the head, L the legs, and S for the set piece. And then each armor set has a 3-digit identifier, right? So this is obviously the first set piece. And then we have arms, body, head, legs, and set piece icon. So this is all from the same set. And then what I'm doing is I've actually pushed those out to my website, because we're going to stream the icons in the game directly from the website, because it's a web game anywhere. And the advantage of doing that, I'm going to do the same thing with audio, and I'm hopefully going to do the same thing with character models as well. So because there's going to be like dozens of characters, it's going to be a gacha game. We can't load all those characters. I mean, maybe we can, but it's still not a good idea to. Because the player's only going to have a party of 4. So we can get the game up and running quicker. It's more efficient. We can handle memory management better. Plus, web builds have a maximum size anyway, and so we don't go over that. So that basically means game performs better, loads quicker, we load less data, we manage memory better, and everything is, you know, tightly controlled and managed. Yeah, so we're using our own, we're streaming assets and content into the game as we need it, basically, and disposing of it as we don't. So I got as far as I'm not sure what this is. This is probably one of the originally generated images. I think that was the one I used. Yes, it was. It was the one I used for that one. We could keep that. I don't know why they ended up in this folder. It's just because it was the first folder, I think. Yeah, that's fine. We'll leave that there in case we want to. I don't think we'll need a bigger image for any of these. I've had to go and do all the legs manually. So I leave that. Actually, we'll put that in that view. How do we get the view back? We'll leave it in large icons view. Okay, so that's our output folder essentially. So what we need to do is start from set 22. I got as far as set 22. So the Shield of Digital Decency. Maybe that should be degeneracy. Well, I need to come up with a few names of my own because we've got a couple of duplicates, right? So maybe we can have like the degeneracy set. Oh, I should find out which one that's going to be though, because I could make the degeneracy set. I could pick the most provocative looking one, couldn't I? And that would work. Okay, so what I do is I look at what it generated and I decide, do I like any of these? Yeah, there's a few that I like, but I can't just pick my favorites. I thought I could. Yeah, there's a couple that I like. Because we need a piece that ties the set together, so my set icon, and then we're going to zoom in on the body for a body piece. So what I typically will do is I'll look at the body, And I need to see if I can find something that I like that matches in the other folder. Yeah, so most of these are no good, right? Like these are... That looks insane. That one we could use. There's a couple we could use. That one's not bad, actually. I think that one's the best close-up of the body piece. But we could make our own close-up of the body piece using other pieces. So now I've got to decide, okay, so my choice is I can either try and find something in the other folder that matches one of these, or I'm going to need to make my own out of the set pieces. So we do have one that's kind of gold. I've got quite a few that are just gold already, so I was hoping to find something a little bit different. We've got some red in this one, white and red. Does that one match white and red? Would that one look like it could be? Maybe. It's got white, red and gold on that one. It doesn't have to be exact because there's no gold in the middle on that one. I actually really like this one. It's pretty much plain white with a bit of gold on it. Now in hindsight, if I do this again, I'm gonna need to like specify the actual white boobs and a gold underpass. Do we have anything like that? No, we've only got full gold. This one looks pretty good actually, but there's nothing like it. Yeah, this one's tricky actually. I might need to make my own. Okay, if we look at this one and this one, they do look like the same set, right? Pretty much. They're pretty close. So I think this could be... So in this case, we're getting both of them out of our set generations. So I think this one could represent the set. So we see like the girl wearing the armor. And then when we're focused on the body piece, we can use this one. So that is what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to open that in Photoshop. And then I've reduced the size. These are recovered. Okay, that is our output one. And so where my Photoshop icons are all wrong. That should be there like that. There we go. This should be like 400 by 400. So we need to take our original image, which is way bigger. And then now we have like the option to just sort of size it however we want. And yeah, this is a rather long and tedious process. But yeah, I like that for the set icon. I'm just going to move it a little bit because it's a little bit off center on the horizontal there. Okay, I'm happy with that. And then we can just save PNG. And if we make sure we're looking at, yeah, reverse chronological order, we can see we're up to set 22. And S is for set icon. Okay, then we want to get the close-up of the body. And this is going to be our body icon, our body armor icon. Yeah, go a little bit closer because it's not very centered. That way it looks like we're actually focused on the body piece. Okay, that looks good. So now we've got 22 body. And now we can move on to the head. See what it generated. Okay, so now I've got to try and see, is there a helmet here that looks like it would match this set? And I think this is the obvious choice, because it's got the same kind of colors in it. So this could be the headpiece. I'm just going to size it. I like the little expression as well, it's kind of good. Right, so that's going to be our headpiece icon. H for head. And now we've got to move on to the arms and the legs. The legs will normally... Yikes. Let's just get rid of that so YouTube doesn't get mad at me. I mean, we've gone for like white and black, haven't we? In this one case, we didn't get anything matching, so we might need to generate. So we can check the other ones. Are we safe? We don't have any. We don't have too much shown here. We've got a little bit too much shown on that one, I think. Oh, we should be able to zoom in now. Yikes. Holy fucking shit. What is this, snow break? Okay, these ones could work. They're more gold and white though. They've got some black in them. Yeah, I mean, it's got gold on it as well. You know what? This one could work quite well. But we're going to need to do a little bit of editing here. Okay, so I guess I'm going to need to isolate. Let's do some editing. Need to get rid of this one. And we'll just give there we go. Get rid of this one. And we shouldn't see any higher than that anywhere. Alright, and we're just going to copy that one. And we're going to show the legs. There we go. Okay, so the only one missing is arms, and I almost guarantee that the arms... Oh, that was from the arms, yeah. There's going to be nothing usable in the arms. It always seems to struggle with arms. We always have to wrestle with arms. So we have two options with arms. We can either use Unity's like image fed glove generator thing. Now AI really struggles with fingers and hands and gloves. I think everybody knows this by now. So what was my original image? My original image was this one, right? So what I like to do is load Stable Diffusion, go to PNG info, and then drag and drop the original image that we want to inspire from it so that we can inherit the seed and everything else. We got a text to image, and then I want to just kind of start describing it a little bit more. So we're looking for white, black, white. I don't know how we would say. Black and white and gold gloves. Shield of digital decency. Gloves of digital decency. And then I've decided I can use two things here. I've noticed if I use the word fist, then I get better hands because it seems to struggle with open hands. Or I can do the peace sign. It seems to be okay with the peace sign, and I get some funny results as well. So sometimes if it's struggling to get the fingers right, I'll just add fist. Or that is not black and white and gold gloves. I think it's slightly confused. Black comma white and gold gloves. Yeah, it seems to be confused about the color of the gloves. I mean, gold gloves would also work, I guess, as long as it's one of the images. Yeah, this can take quite a few attempts usually. We need that folder open as well. For some reason it made red gloves for absolutely no reason. Oh, I love AI. Oh my god. Okay, maybe I just say white gloves. They don't look very armor-like, do they? White gloves with black stripe? There's only 3 fingers there. It's a shame because this one, this is my, so far this is like my favorite composition though, you know. So I'd actually like that one again. Also, sometimes if I just turn this down, I just get better. I certainly get faster results. Sometimes I get better results. Okay, that looks good, and we got a bit of cleavage in there as well. Shame it's slightly out. Now that one, and it kind of looks like, yeah, that's actually good. It's just slightly cropped out. We might be able to like fill it in. Again, I think it's missing a finger, but budget cuts, you know. We couldn't afford 4 fingers during development. We ran out of money, guys, during development, so we had to lose a finger. We're very, very sorry. We'll give you some free gacha pulls to make up for it. But your characters are going to be missing a finger. Let's just keep trying. This one would be my... She's a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Can we focus on the gloves, please? Now we really are making Snowbreak, aren't we? Can we please look at the gloves? Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't have any control over it, okay? I said... Not NSFW. It's not really enough glove. Let me try turning the variation up. Okay, that works. Oh, that one looks good. That one's, we finally got a good one. Yeah, that's fine. That looks like a good icon for a pair of gloves. Alright, it took like 56 attempts. Right, there we go. So we can load that one into our thing. Personally, I like the one with the bum. But yeah, we weren't, it wasn't arse guards. We weren't doing like cheek clap protection. Nobody wants the anime waifu wearing cheek clap protection, I can tell you that right now. That game would EOS faster than a fucking...
Alexandria says, good morning, Cap.
That game, if you offered... Good morning, Alexandria. If you gave your anime waifus cheek clap protection armor, your game would EOS faster than Tribe 9. Right, let's save that one then. We've got the gloves for this one. So that would be A for arms. Alright, we can move on to set piece 23. Did you see what it made? Did you see what the little perverted AI made? I asked for gloves. I'll just show you. You can probably see from there. I asked for gloves and look what I got. Like, Yes, there is a glove there, but I don't think we're quite focused on the gloves, are we? And just when I thought it was about as degenerate as it could get, it then gave me this. Unbelievable.
Alexandria says, lol.
I mean, what else would we expect at this point? Alright, so we're on armor set 23, which is the Virtues Aegis. Don't know how you pronounce that. Alright, so we're going to start with the set pieces. I'm liking this one, but we need to find something. Oh, I like this one as well. Yeah, we got a few here that I actually like. So actually, if you look at these kind of match. So this could be the set piece icon because we've got white boobs with like a gold something on the side and then like some black on the shorts. So I think either of these close-ups, I think all of these kind of fit together, these four here. But let's see what we got under body focused. Yeah, this is where I'm going to have to be more specific with color descriptions in the future. We don't have any of the colors that I like in this one, so these are all redundant pretty much. Because they just don't match. So I think we'll match them with these two. I think... Yeah, I mean, they're not exactly exact, but it's, you know, you just got to pick what's close enough, really. So I think I'm going to go with... I think I'm going to go with this one for the set piece icon. And for the body piece close-up, I'm not sure. I'm torn between this one and this one. I guess that one matches this one better, I think. Yeah, I think this one and this one. So this is going to be our set piece. Our girl wearing the armor icon. So the icon for the set itself. That looks pretty good. Let's move it over a little bit. Okay, I like that. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think the other problem, well, I wouldn't say problem, but the other thing that I've noticed is you can tell that this was trained on like Evangelion, like mech girl type stuff, because a lot of the armor stuff that's coming back is very sort of mech like. Alright, so this is our set icon, and then we're going to show this one as the body armor close up. This is going to be our body armor icon for that. Zoom it out a little bit.
Alexandria says, Alexan 853 Cozy I got 13 endings now. It's crazy.
13 endings. Yeah, my GPU was busy all day yesterday doing these. So I couldn't even watch a YouTube video. And obviously I didn't want to interrupt it, but yeah, they're all done now. I finished at about 11 o'clock last night. So this would be 23B for body. So how many endings are there in total? Do we know? Okay, then we need a head piece.
Alexandria says, 100.
That's crazy. So you still got 3 times as many. Okay. So now we've run into a bit of a problem. There is no helmet. So we've got our main color is white, our secondary color is black, and our tertiary color is gold, I guess. So I don't feel like any of these helmets really match. So what we could do in this instance is if we just go... We could just have a look through everything and see if we can find something suitable. I already used that one. Maybe just scroll through all the other generations and see if there's anything suitable. Oh, I really like this one. I really like these. Yeah, they've got more of a like fairy. Oh, I like these a lot. I think I'm using those ones actually. This one could work. I mean, it's got blue rather than gold. A little bit of blue rather than gold. It's very space helmet-y. Or maybe this one. What do we think? Keep looking. There isn't really any black on that. I don't know if there's any NSFW stuff in here, so I'm sure it'll be fine. Black and white helmet. I think actually that one kind of looks like it might fit in with that. Or maybe that one's better. I think one of those could work. Oh, that's got the black helmet with a green gem on it. We've got a few options. Oh, wait. Okay, that one's crazy, but it's got all the right colors in it. Oh, is that one better? Oh, actually, that one kind of works. That one's got all the colors that we want. Yeah, I think I'll go with this one. That definitely looks like it could belong to that set, I think. Yeah, I think this one works as a headpiece. So H for headpiece. Alright, and if we need to look through all the results, we'll just minimize that. So now we want to move on to legs for this one. So the main color is white. Yeah, we got this issue again. We don't have any fucking white or black boots here. These are all gold for some reason. Let's go back to our entire generation. I mean, something like that could work. Oh, these ones. Oh, it's a shame. These ones are pretty good, but we don't see the actual feet part. They're the right colors though. Yeah, even those, but we don't see the feet part. Maybe this one. Yeah, that one could work. Okay, legs. And then arms normally fucks up anywhere. Yep, so we're going to need to generate the arms. Which one should the reference image? I think I use this one as the reference image. If I go back. gInfo. We'll use this one as the reference image. And we want, what does our description want to be? I mean, in this particular image, it doesn't really bother me though, like, because in this image she's not actually wearing gloves, but first of all we're cropped in this far, we might not even see that. Also, they're not wearing helmets most of the time, but then we show like helmets. But my idea of that is like, yeah, well, they don't always wear that, you know, they're not always wearing the helmet, but it's there, it's part of that gear set or whatever the fuck, I don't know. Do things make 100% sense? Not exactly, but you know, we do what we can. I think black and gold gloves for this one. I'm going to do peace sign for this one. Okay, let's see what we got. You know what, actually I think that could work. If we focus on the glove part. We'll do a couple more just for good measure, but actually, you know what, I think that one could work. Especially if, you know what I'm going to need to do, I think 1024 by 1024. Because normally what I find with these is it'll generate something like this, where I only want to focus on like a smaller part of the image, and since I'm cropping on a smaller area of the image, it definitely still struggles with hands, doesn't it? Keep going. We're starting to get like a bit more glove action. I can also do fist. Sometimes fist works. Dial that up a little bit. Turn that down. Sometimes turning that down helps. Good God. You know, it's like you ask for... Doesn't seem... I've noticed it never seems to struggle with this part
Alexandria
here.
says, if I had this as a kid, I'd be a god at it, lol.
I know, yeah, I would be the same because I would have just spent my life in it. Yeah, I also... I'm not going to finish that thought. I would have also been locking my room door a lot more than normal. It's so hard because what I find is whatever you put in here, right? Like it adds, if you have girl in here, it will prioritize the girl, and then if you, no matter how many times you say gloves, it's just going to add gloves to the existing girl. So it's like it's stacking all the time. So it's like I find it harder to take things out than to put things in, if that makes sense. Like the whole system seems to have been built on saying, like if you want, I don't know.
Alexandria says, Oh yes, it's complex and weird.
Yeah, even putting, like, nowhere in here am I asking for a girl. I'm saying girl gloves, maybe girls gloves. But like, if I read that as a human, I would think, okay, they're not asking for a girl, they're asking for a girl's gloves. But it sees the word girl, and it's like, waifu, oh, I know how to make waifus. And then you just get tits all day long. Which isn't a terrible thing, but, you know, it can be when you don't want that, right? Looks kind of weird. I love how it always prioritizes this. It's like, okay, so we need some boobs and some gloves.
Alexandria says, try cleavage in the negative.
I feel like it'll just cover, it'll be the exact same thing, but we'll have a... She won't have a cleavage out. Okay, it's a little bit closer to what we want. But it's just crop. If it hadn't cropped this out here, this is what drives me nuts. If it had just drawn a bit more, I could have gotten the full glove from it. And I've tried like full gloves, and it doesn't do anything. We could try putting cleavage in a negative, but that's. I mean, I honestly don't mind if there is cleavage in the picture, as long as I get a full glove. But I never do. And I can add like full glove, but it'll probably just give her a full... Do you know what I mean? It'll probably read that as like, okay, she wants long gloves. Alright, okay, here we go. We actually finally got one of just the glove. It's
Alexandria
horrendous.
says, well, sometimes a random word can make all the difference.
Yeah, you're probably right. Okay, this one could work. This one could work. We'll see what else we get. Okay, we are getting full glove, seems to help. Yeah, we are getting some actual gloves now. It's a bit hard to see what that is. We could try turning this up a bit again. And turn our variation up. Okay, we're back to having the girl in it. I don't mind having the girl in it as long as I can just focus on the glove. That might work, actually. I don't know, it's... Feels like everything else is going to distract you from the glove a bit too much. I feel like this arm's way too high up. I might use this one. I think this one could work. This one could work. If I crop it a certain way. Yeah, it's way easier to get people with attributes than like items. I guess if you have an AI model that's trained more on like items and icons and things like that, it's probably a lot easier. But with the standard like anime waifu models, yeah, you're always just going to get a pair of tits and the thing you're asking for. A pair of tits and the thing you're asking for. It's like you don't even have to type tits into it, but you're getting them anyway whether you want them or not. Oh my god, it's so funny. Right. Okay, that's fine. That's set 23, I think. That still makes me laugh. Okay, so now we're on to set 24. Toxic shield breaker armor. Or shield bearer armor. Okay, let's see what we get.
Since ads are about to run on Twitch, how about I tell you a joke? Shout out to my grandma, that's the only way she can hear.
Go away.
Canthea says, good morning.
Not you, Canthea. Miku. Good morning, Cynthia.
Alexandria says, welcome in.
I actually really like this one. But good luck trying to find something that matches it. I think I like it because it's like a battle dress with a skirt. I think that's why I like it. I like skirt. I like skirt. But skirt doesn't like me. Right, I mean, do any of those match? Do any of these look like they could be the body close-up for that particular... Oh, we don't have much of the body armor in shot, that's the problem. That one's probably the closest one, but it's very medieval. It's very like, you know... Oh, yes. Oh, you can't see because my fucking face is in the way. Let me move this over. I'll have to leave it there, won't I? Yeah, this one maybe, but it's a bit like... Yeah, it's a bit like, you know, Western style, I think. Whereas that's not... Yeah, this one's kind of tricky, actually. I mean, I guess that one's a little bit... We could go with a more medieval style on this one, I guess. Like a more... I have that one as the set armor. That could be the set icon, and then... That could be the actual body armor close-up. I think I might have to go with that. Although I wonder if that one matches it better. More plain, isn't it? I mean, that doesn't look like either of them because it has a very distinct shape. The other thing I can do sometimes is to take an image like this. So when I've struggled in the past, or even this one. Yeah, I do like this one. So what I could do, which I've done this before, is I take this image and shrink it into frame and have this as the set icon. So this is set 24, set icon, and then if I flip, it's a bit cheeky and lazy, but sometimes it's the only real way to. And then if I flip that and then just do the close-up of the dress, at least, you know, it's the same thing, right? But it looks slightly different. I can even rotate it slightly, I guess. Yeah, I think that could work in this case. Sometimes I can get away with that, other times not so much. But I think I get away with it there. So that is the dress. That's body. Am I using this right, by the way? So let's see. Let's say I want... Because another thing that Unity has, if I go into the Unity one... It's not very good though. So I feed it an image. So let's say I want this one here and I just want another image of the dress. And then I go to text to image. I feel like I should be using image to image, but whenever I go to image, it doesn't seem to give me anything close. Like image to image seems to only very slightly vary the original image. Whereas if I want something different, why didn't that work? Did I fuck up? Send to text to image. Oh no, it's sent the thing in. So out of this, if I want gold dress, maybe.
Alexandria
Bronze
says,
dress.
I never use it. It's for like specific cases.
I've been using this because that way I get the siege, you see, from the original generation. So battle dress. Bronze, anime girl, dress. Let's just see what we get. Because what led me to We're in Snowbreak again. What led me to this idea is in Unity's AI.
Alexandria says, lol.
So if I go to Unity's AI, open assistant, or generate new sprite, they have a control in here that lets me add a style reference image, import from disk. Right, what set are we in? 24 set. 24 set. So I can add that as a reference image. Which one was it? That one. Gold dress, battle dress. And I can say how much do I want. Oh no, that's negative prompt. And I can say how much do I want to influence this generation by. It wants to do 4, but that's going to take all day. Let's just do 2 for now. Like sometimes this will work, but not other times not. So I thought, well, I wonder if I get better results if I do, like, surely Stable Diffusion has something like this, but I don't know if it does. I mean, that is actually beautiful. That is so nice. Does that match? It doesn't even come close to matching the other one though, does it? I like that one way more actually. So I guess I would go gold dress, green gem. I mean, we kind of did. We said gem wind. Let's try green gem. Fucking Unity takes ages. Is the other one black and white? Yeah, the other one's black and white. So anime girl dress, black fabric maybe? For the fabric part, will that do what I want? Okay, I think we're getting a bit closer to what we want. I like how it made the gems, the nipples. I like how it did that. Yeah, it's just difficult, isn't it? Like, how do you describe this? Like, I already fed it the image. Yeah, that's not even close to the same kind of style, really. Okay, so we can turn the strength up and ask it for 2 more. Just keep trying this. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass. This is the thing I hate about Stable Diffusion. Oh, well, AI in general. Like, you have very little control over... It just doesn't look like the same dress at all, but like, how do you... Gold skirt, maybe? Well, I said bronze, didn't I? So maybe bronze. If I put well, how about bronze skirt? Bronze battle dress with black fabric. I mean, these aren't terrible. Get a bit too. It's. I feel like it's just trying to recreate the same. I suppose it's kind of what we want, though, isn't it? But again, it just doesn't really look like the same dress. I feel like this one's kind of getting closer, though. Yeah, I might just stick with what I've done, which is like reframe. This is why sometimes I've just got to reframe the image, because like it's just difficult to get something that looks the same. It's like the same item. Yeah, this one would have been pretty close if it had just done the bronze skirt like I asked. This looked like some kind of fucking Peter Pan type thing to me. For some reason I'm seeing Peter Pan. Why is it giving her elf ears? She never had elf ears in the original picture. The fuck? The fuck, Unity? Why are you trying to turn this into some Peter Pan type RPG? That's not what we're doing. I think I'm just gonna leave the reframed flipped version because it's too difficult to get something that looks like this. I think there's also supposed to be ways to give it a. I have no idea how to do it. There's also supposed to be ways where you can give it like an image and then ask to repose that image, so like it'll sort of figure out, okay, this is a girl in this pose, and then you say, I don't know, pose like this, and you can. Yeah, there are I know there are tools like that. I don't know how effective they are, how long they take, or how to use them or anything, but I know they exist. Something like that would be really good. Maybe I should learn it at some point. Yeah, I see stuff like a simple beginner's guide to creating the same character in multiple poses. If you're going to mention training and laws, forget about it. So this person's saying they generated an image, and by weighting the prompts, standing 5.5, riding motorcycle 5.5, whatever you want, of course, blah, blah, blah. Okay. But then this guy's saying now you've got to open the second image, which won't be exactly the same as the first one, and mark the areas in Photoshop that the AI got wrong. What the fuck? Well, you think to just change it in Photoshop? That's not a very good solution. Yeah, basically, just hire a Andy Warhol artist and get them to redraw the character in the pose that you want. There you go. AI will repose your character. Thank you for watching. Like, comment and subscribe. And don't forget to donate to my Patreon. Thank you very much. Like, no. That is not a viable solution. Change poses of existing images. It's only 4 minutes. I just don't... this isn't what I'm talking about, though. I'm not talking about doing it with prompts. I know there are, like...
Alexandria says, as soon as I get back on the game, the egg wants to watch me bang Miku's sad face.
What? She probably would as well. She's crazy enough. Let's put on some kind of weird ass performance. Yeah, the ones I've seen like involve actually using some kind of like animation bone rigging like data sets, so you can save a pose from an animation software, give it to something like Stable Diffusion or a Stable Diffusion plugin, I'm guessing it is, and then like I don't know, it's supposed to be able to like repose the character. So I guess we could go, we could try it. I just don't think it's going to work. So if we go back to my PNG info, send it back to text to image, everything is ready to generate that same image again, right? Yes. So then I would just say, so how do you do weighted prompts? So maybe if I just say face camera. Weighting prompts, let's Google this. Or you can just say plus plus. Also, put it in well, in this example, it's saying to put it in brackets. So when I say anime girl facing camera plus, apparently, what does that do? I mean, it did do it, but it's not. And that's probably about as close as we'll get, to be fair. Okay, that actually did somewhat work. I mean, it is the same kinds of shit. It doesn't really look the same, but it also, it's about as similar as we're going to get, I think. Also, I kind of wish it didn't crop the skirt out. The skirt's the best part. Can I say, like, include skirt? Something like that. Like, is there any... Yes, now we don't have facing the camera anymore, and the outfit's completely different. Okay, you know what? I actually did like the. I thought what the one it did there was actually pretty decent. That's about as close as we're going to get, I think. So I'm going to replace the body with this one. Yeah, that works actually. That works pretty well. Right, I'm just going to go get a drink. And then we need to move on to the head gear for this one. Yeah, there's a few good ones here actually. I think I actually really like this one. Yeah, I think I really like this one. Legs. Maybe this one. The other thing, okay, so I wonder if I can do this. So the issue I have is with this, now the skirt is green, it's like an anime girl's school skirt or something. But the skirt's supposed to be gold, right? And I don't like scaling up on smaller images like this, because then we start to get like pixelation essentially and we lose quality. But can I feed, let's test this. Can I do PNG info? I find that when you change the resolution on these things, though, it normally fucks things up for some, and I never really understood that. So if I wanted to regenerate this image, no, it wasn't that image, it was the one I was in the right place. What a fool. What a fool I've been. Let's say I wanted to regenerate this image at 1024 by 1024. Send to text to image. If I generate it as it is, I should get the same image. Yes. I suppose you can upscale in here though, can't you? But yeah, I think if I try to just change the dimensions, I'm pretty sure I end up with a completely different image, don't I? Yes. Which I always thought was really weird. Like, it's kind of similar, but also this, like, I need the boots and this stupid things in the way. For some reason, that's completely destroyed my computer. Not sure why. Well, I'll go get my drink, like. Why is this image destroyed my computer? It doesn't want to finish it. Finish it! It's just stuck at 98%.
Alexandria says, 50 steps is a lot.
50 steps is a lot. That's what the standard one was. So you know how when my script went and did it, if I don't, unless Jupiter put that in, I know that when my script went and did, curious now, is that its default or did we specify that? Oh god, where the fuck did I put my stable diffusion script? Event system, stability matrix.
Alexandria says, my mind is so blown right now.
How come? Yeah, so Jupiter put 50 steps in. No wonder it took so long then. Jupiter, when ChatGPT wrote my... Although that might have come from the API's documentation, because I copied and pasted the documentation instructions to Jupiter and then Jupiter gave me some code back. So whether that was originally from the API or whether Jupiter pulled that number out of its arse, I'm not sure. But that's why we're doing 50 steps, because yeah, I didn't even look too closely at that, to be honest.
Alexandria says, 30 should be fine, or 40 sometimes.
Yeah, well, I thought that was unusually high. I'm curious now if that came from the API documentation. I can never find the fucking documentation in here. I think it came from its own internal documentation, you know, which is weird. Yeah, it's still taking ages. See, it's been fine up until this very image. For some reason, this image seems to, or this seed seems to like fuck it up a little bit. Even with the less steps, it's hanging there right at the end, which it doesn't normally do. Not sure why. It's like this particular image. It seems to struggle at the end for some weird reason. It's too lolly. Lolly overload. It probably is supposed to be pronounced lolly, but I think lolly sounds better. Lolly's funnier. Jesus Christ, what is it about this image? Gets to 97%, even with 32 steps, it gets to 97%, and it's just like, ah! And it just won't complete for ages. My fucking mouse won't move. There's something about this image, I think. Let me try closing the Unity one. I mean, it's not running or anything, so it shouldn't be that. I don't know why this particular image destroys it, but it does. Okay, finally finished it. Let's try high res fix. Wait, what? No, that's going to upscale it, isn't it? It's going to take even longer. Yeah, it's fine, and my mouse moves smoothly until it gets at that 90 something. Oh, that one was fine. Yeah, once it moves away from that seed a little bit, I think it's fine. What's blowing your mind? I like the image, but for a picture of the boots, they're way too far apart. And they kind of, I don't like this gold shape in the background because it blends in too much with the boots. Legs together. Not fucking like. Of course it took the opportunity of legs together to do me a bit of an upskirt shot. It's like working with an artist who's just like the biggest it's like, hey, I'm commissioning this guy to do me some art, and like everything you ask him to draw is some like massively sexual he's just such this like massively sexual image, and you're like, mate, I asked for a picture of some yogurt, why is it poured all over this girl's tits? Look at this one, what the fuck? Oh my god, legs together is just making porn now. Okay, forget about the legs together part. I just wanted the boots close to each other, that's all. No, I don't want like fucking colonoscopy fucking surgery images. Jesus Christ. Yeah, I'm really struggling with this like gear. I think I'm gonna have a look for. Let's have a look at another model, Civet AI. I think the biggest issue is that it's like an anime girl model. I know. See, I know you said that the model doesn't matter, and I'm just going for the style in the model. But at the end of the day, the models are what the AI was trained on. Right, the model is like the weights for all the images it was trained on. So if you train it on fucking lollies, you're just going to get lollies out of it. If you train it on overweight fat guys, you'll probably just get overweight fat guys out of it. So I guess I need something that's like trained more specifically to what I want. I'm just going to scroll through and see what we get. Like something that's trained more on, I guess, clothing. Is there like a clothing? product catalog type, even something like that would probably. Images are rated, yeah, but it is. Yeah, most of them are obviously people focused. Clothing designers wildcards, but they're still won by models, so they're still going to be prioritizing people. Don't you objectify Miku like that? Here we go. Oh hell yeah! I mean, it's a bit medieval, but this we're getting a bit closer to, maybe a bit closer to what it is I need. Wait, clothing test. It's a type Laura. How can I see? These are other things, but these are the things made with the Laura, because they're not really. Oh, I think this is someone trying to figure out how to get a certain type of clothing on a character. Again, like, no, I just want the fucking gear itself. Yeah, I just feel like 99% of Stable Diffusion is just gooners wanting to generate their own AI waifus, which I understand. I would have been doing the exact same thing if I was 14 or whatever, but like at a certain point I actually want to use it to make useful things for a game, and it feels like very few people are actually using it for protective clothing. .3D clothing tests. Maybe clothing is the wrong keyword search. Jesus Christ, we're definitely in Snowbreak now. Fucking hell. Put some niggas on. I just... wow. I always feel like I'm on a porn site when I'm looking through this. It doesn't feel like a tool site. It just feels like it's just 100% Gouda based. Jesus Christ. Okay, I've got to not search for clothes. What the fuck? Loose pregnant clothing. It's all just fetishes, isn't it? I mean, it is pretty much just fetishes. Okay, so clothing is not the keyword we want. Icons, assets. I don't know, where do I even start really? I mean, there are these app icons ones which... wait, fantasized icons, yeah. We could try it. Fantasized icons, round icons, flux, app icons, generator, UI icons, KKW icon sheet, Egyptian icons, game icons painted, Minecraft armor icons. I mean, at this point, this is probably Minecraft icon armor icons might actually be stylized RPG icons. The closest thing to what I need. RPG chibi icons. WoW spell icons. Yeah, and also I don't like a lot of these might be I don't know, fucking laws or whatever that plug into existing models. But I'm willing to give it a try at this point because I'm struggling so much to actually just get what it is that I want out of this fucking thing. And I just feel like it's because it's trained on tits. So if I want a pair of boots, I get a pair of boots hanging off a pair of tits. If I want a pair of gloves, I get a pair of gloves laying on a pair of tits. And it's like whatever I ask for, I'm getting tits or ass, and it's like, yeah, normally that's fine, but like, let's be honest. It's only really kind of getting in the way now at this point. So we can download this Game Icons Painted. It's 217 megabytes. It's a LoRa, and the base model is SDXL 1.0. Now, do I need to know what model to use it with, or can I use it on any model?
Alexandria says, oh, the mind-blown thing was at like 140 hours and seeing new things that are still crazy.
Right, so I downloaded the Game Icons LoRa. How do I use it? App data, I think it was roaming, wasn't it? Stable diffusion, stability matrix, models. There's one called LoRa there. How does one load a LoRa? LoRa. Maybe I put it in the wrong place. Oh God, I can't remember how to do this now. There was a thing where it... Did I put it in the wrong place? Stable diffusion. I think that's where the models go. Packages. How to use the LoRa.
Alexandria says, what I do is drag the LoRa folder into the app itself. Just open the LoRa folder in the app first.
Yeah, because I put it in the right place according to this. So get the LoRa folder and just drag it anywhere on the page. That's just giving me an index view. I found a guide here. Download the LoRa, place it inside the model's LoRa folder. I did that. Click on the Show Extra Networks button under the Generate button. Show Extra Networks under the Generate button. This? Show Extra Networks, what the fuck is that?
Alexandria says, into the Stable Diffusion app LoRa folder.
Yeah, I already did. So it's in models Laura, which is where it's said to put it. But I'm just trying to follow this guide, but it's, what is this? Show extra networks button under the generate button, purple icon. Maybe that's not the version we're using though. How do I go back? Oh, I can't even fucking go back now. Because it's a tab. Show extra networks. I don't know if it means this. Oh wait, is this all stuff that's built in? Game Bubble Bobble, Game Cyberpunk Game, Game Fighting Game, Game GDR, Game RPG.
Alexandria says, the stability matrix for Forge.
I don't know what any of these things mean. No, this is a problem. Like I say, I don't use this very often. The total amount of times you've seen me use this is the total amount of times I've used it. I've never used this off stream or anything. So I don't know enough about it. I'm still figuring it out. I'm just trying, because I know I did it for the Palm. I know I've done it before, but that was fucking years. What was that, 2 years ago for Paimon Romper? That was the last time I used the lore. I just can't remember how I did it. There is this thing here though that says Game RPG Fantasy Game. I don't think that's got anything to do with that.
Alexandria says, yeah, click the stability matrix thing first.
Yeah, but what does that mean? You put yourself in my shoes. What does that mean? The stability matrix thing. The thing. Click the thing. What thing? There's like a million buttons on here. The stability matrix thing. I don't know what you mean. Right, we've got checkpoints, but those are models. Checkpoints are models. Text editor. I could refresh that. Yeah, no, models are different, right? So checkpoints are models. The stable, I don't know what you mean by the stable diffusion thing. That's, I need a bit more specificity. I have no idea what that is. I could try reading this again, but I think it's... Oh, there's
Alexandria
a video guide.
says, on your taskbar, open Stability Matrix app, close WebUI for now.
Right, so close the web thing. Oh, so the Stability Matrix app. And then what? Stop it? Go to settings. Embedded environment variables. Import behavior. Drop the thing into the app. Packages. Do I just drop it on here? Doesn't seem to do anything. Packages influence, checkpoint manager, model browser, output browser, workflows. There's so many fucking settings. Now this does make things
Alexandria
slightly
says, click the folder icon, then click LoRa folder, drag the thing into there.
the folder icon. I've got an app icon and what looks
Since
like...
ads are about to run on Twitch, how about I tell you a joke?
I've got select data directory.
Why
See,
did the
this-
bicycle fall over?
Even that is
Because
not
it
as
was too
straightforward as
tired.
it sounds. Because, like, is that a folder icon? Is that a folder icon? I've got a folder icon here, here, and here. This one is select new data directory. This one is select models folder. This one is app folders. App data logs, data directory, checkpoints, packages. Data directory? Does not move existing data, requires application restart. I think we want to leave that alone. Models folder. Well, models is models. This is so awkward if you don't know what you're doing. Stability matrix LoRa folder. Stability
Alexandria says, manager.
Manager? I must feel controlling me. Manager. System appearance. Console, workflow browser, model browser, package environment, checkpoint manager. Checkpoint manager? The only manager I've found so far is checkpoint manager. Checkpoint manager, stability metrics folders, reference. I would never think to look in there.
What confusion direction?
I would never think to look under that. That is so unintuitive. Some guides and tutorials will mention folders by names used in other web UIs like Comfy UI, Automatic one or others. Use the table to find the correct folder when the following external guides. If a guide says put it in checkpoints, stable diffusion. In stability measures, use this folder. Clip unit.
Alexandria says, yeah, the checkpoint manager is everything.
I wouldn't know that. Because you got to remember, the other thing as well, you got to remember when I first used Stable Diffusion, I installed it in Python and I ran it in command line. So that none of this existed. And then I found this and I thought, okay, that might make things easier, but I actually think in a way it makes it more complicated. Although that was very complicated in the command line. But they're completely different from each other, so I kind of... In a way, stuff like this was easier in command line, because once you set things where you set them. So it says Laura 1 game icons, no images found.
Alexandria says,
what do I
click
do?
Laura,
Ticket?
then drag it in.
It's already in there. So it's already showing because I put it in the right place. So does that help us? So when I go to Laura, it's detected game icons. So doesn't that mean it's already installed?
Alexandria says, find connected metadata.
Scan complete. Finish scanning of missing metadata. Was that the bit that was missing? Jeez, I don't have a fucking clue how to do any of this. Yeah, you never had to do this with Stable Diffusion. You just restarted it and it would fix stuff. Right, so now.
Alexandria says, packages and then start it up again.
I might wanna write a little guide for myself there. I'm never gonna fucking remember this. Because this is the kind of thing I'll do very, very rarely as well, so by the time I come to do it again, using Laura, place in models Laura folder, go to checkpoint manager, what was that thing called that we clicked? Find connected metadata. Let's stick that in. There, that's probably where I'll look for it. Right, okay, so now what do I do? Laura? Okay, it's listed under Laura. And then there's some prompt way of including it, isn't there? See if I can find this, because I know for the Paimon one, and I saved this, If I look at my Paimon romper, it's on this one. Yeah, in Paimon romper, I saved the prompt, and the prompt had something in it that told it to use the LoRa. Paimon Genshin 0.90. So I imagine there's some kind of name for this LoRa, right, that I need to address it with. How do I find what that is? Game, maybe just game icons. Game icons. Okay, let's try this. So we'll just do a basic test. Let's do a, I don't know, body armor, gold, green gem, anime girl, battle dress, and see what normal gives us. Right. I'm not convinced that's working. Yeah, they kind of look the same though, right? Am I doing that right? Do I need a comma there? Yeah, I feel like that LoRa's not being used. Was there any... Am I missing another step? Is it something else I have to do? Other than this bit? Because I don't know whether that's the correct...
Alexandria says, now adding a LoRa is more complicated than that as well. You need to click the LoRa. It will add the text. If it needs a trigger word, you will also need to place that in your prompt.
Right, there it is. LoRa game icons. So if I go back to that... Surely they would put the trigger word somewhere on this page, wouldn't they? Yeah, I find a lot of this very unintuitive. It could be a lot easier to use. Because, like, for a start, right, if every LoRa needs a trigger word, or even half the LoRas
Alexandria
need trigger words,
says, no trigger word ready to go.
how do you know there's no trigger word though?
Compromise myself in a victim solitude. Being flexible was supposed to prove that I love you. You take advantage every chance you get. You break my heart at every chance you get.
What is happening?
You let me know that
Oh, it said clip skip 1 as well, recommended. Right, I don't know what's happening, my entire computer's frozen. It would have said if it needed a trigger word. Yeah, I'd hope so.
Alexandria says, it would say if it did.
I have no idea what's happening. Where's my console view? There. Is it doing anything? Because my entire computer's frozen. Okay, not my entire computer, but this browser is completely frozen. Is it doing anything? I don't even know what's happening right now. Interrupt?
Alexandria says,
Skip?
GG Cap's computer, rip to my homie Miku.
I don't even know what happened. Let me refresh the browser. Refresh the page. What the fuck is happening? See, I clicked that before and it didn't do. I have to double click it on mine. As soon, right, there's something is not right. My entire fucking browser is like unusable right now. Let me just close the entire browser. Something's not right. Like I can barely move my mouse in it. The lag is unreal. Ever since I clicked that fucking Laura. Right, let me. Yeah, no, my entire computer is getting fucking hammered right now. I can barely move my mouse. What the fuck is happening? GPU 100%. Yeah, my GPU is being absolutely fucking destroyed right now. But is it even, what is it doing anything? Let me just try restarting everything. GPU is still being hammered. Apparently OBS Studio was using 90% of the GPU. How's that even possible? Why is OBS using 20% of the GPU? Yeah, that doesn't seem normal.
Alexandria says, kill it.
I mean, I'm using NVENC, but I don't think it normally uses 20%. I don't know if that's normal or not. That doesn't seem normal to me. I gotta be honest though, I haven't really looked at how much GPU it uses usually, but 20% seems ridiculously high. Most of my games don't fucking use that half the time. But if I restart OBS, I'm gonna need to restart the stream.